British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak pays a surprise visit to Kyiv, announcing a new package of military aid worth around €57 million. Fans descend on Qatar, with the hosts playing Ecuador in the opening game on Sunday in the first World Cup to be held in an Arab nation. The British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has arrived in Kyiv on a surprise visit to meet Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. And he's come with a big present: 125 anti-aircraft guns, badly needed to defend Ukraine's critical infrastructure, worth around €57 million.
And I'm here today to say that the United Kingdom will continue to stand with you. We will stand with you until Ukraine has won the peace and security it needs and deserves. And then we will stand with you as you rebuild your great country.
The UK has been one of the staunchest Western supporters of Ukraine. In total, it's given over €2.5 billion in military aid. The previous British leader, Boris Johnson, visited 3 times. And the relatively new Prime Minister is keen to show that there will be little change under his administration. The World Cup is almost here. The first ever in an Arab country, Qatar, but also arguably the most controversial in history, with corruption and poor human rights claims dogging the run-up to the tournament. Nonetheless, for many fans in the country, they can't wait for it to begin.
The fireworks were amazing. I was in 25 events like this, you know. I was at the Olympic Games, at Rio and Tokyo, last World Cup at Russia, but I never see these fireworks in any place in the world.
Fans were out in the streets this evening. However, crowd control in this small country remains a problem, with thousands being turned away from a nearby concert. Qatar has also made the last-minute decision to ban the sale of beer at stadia. So far, the Western discussion of this tournament has focused on politics. It's hoped here that this will change when the matches begin.
Five days before the French National Assembly will debate a bill to abolish bullfighting, protesters for and against the practice gathered all around France. This is the first time the National Assembly will consider banning traditional bullfighting, particularly popular in the south of the country. Some believe that the practice is equivalent to animal abuse, punishable by up to 5 years in prison in the country. Nothing justifies bullfighting. The majority of French people are against it, and unfortunately, the politicians don't want to do anything about it. Others defend the practice, claiming it's an integral part of France's heritage and culture. They also say it contributes to the region's economy.
We want to live our way of life, our culture. We don't want it to be dictated by people who don't know anything about us.
The proposal to abolish bullfighting was submitted by the leftist NUPES coalition, but Emmanuel Macron's party, which holds a majority of seats, suggested it will oppose the bill, arguing bullfighting is a popular tradition.
Leaders of French-speaking countries have gathered in Tunisia as part of the 18th annual meeting of the Francophonie organization, which promotes relations among its 88 members. The group's Secretary-General has said that the participants plan to issue a final declaration on major political, social and economic issues after the summit ends on Sunday.
At least 9 people, including 4 children, were killed in a blast that destroyed a 5-story building on the island of Sakhalin in far eastern Russia. According to local authorities, a gas cylinder exploded in one of the apartments, causing the collapse of a section of the apartment block. Rescue teams continue to search for more victims under the rubble. Many people's visit at the Berlin Zoo came to an abrupt end on Friday. The zoo had to shut its doors after one of its aquatic birds tested positive for avian flu. The virus has only been linked to human infections in rare individual cases, but it could easily spread in bird populations, and for them, it's a deadly disease.